Horizon Kids.
Hello.
Welcome to Horizon Kids Online. So glad you're joining us on the
interwebs,
magical world of the internet.
Yes.
Very exciting, very different, but I think it'll be fun. You think it'll be fun?
I think it'll be fun. This is gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
This is gonna be a good first one.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Horizon Kids vlog number 1.
Number 1. Here we go.
You're the originals.
Yep. So I'd be excited. All right. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you are having a good time. Good Sunday.
So we're doing this, and there's also an adult service on today as well,
yes,
which your parents can watch, which will be fun as well.
Yeah.
And
so I'd be surprised if your parents didn't know about that and you were watching this, but just in case you're on here, your parents have no idea, you know, tell them to wake up and get out of bed and come to church, because we've got an online service happening with Pastor Craig and Shanda.
Yep.
And
10:30 on Sunday.
This guy is leading worship.
You'll see me here and there.
It's crazy.
I'm everywhere.
Same time.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah, so I think most of you guys are going on spring break if you haven't started already.
It's exciting.
Super fun.
Super
spring
fun.
Break. Spring is coming. The sun has been shining, which is very, very nice.
Wonderful.
And
it's a nice difference from, from the snow.
And you know, what comes after spring, Jacob?
Summer. So close now.
The best time of the year. Summer. And you know why that's my favorite time?
Because beaches?
No, because it's the summer party.
Of course.
So excited. So we've got the summer party. I'm sure you have heard us talking about that a lot, but it's gonna be awesome. So
why don't we watch the promo, can't we?
That's a great idea.
Let's do that right now.
Let's watch the promo.
Ready? Whoa! What an amazing promo.
That looks so fun.
So fun.
I cannot wait.
Best week of the summer.
Absolutely. Best week of the whole year.
Yes.
Absolutely.
True. Because the best weeks only happen in the summer, right?
That's true, yeah, because the summer is the best. All right, so what else do we have to let the kids know about, Jason?
We have this first one.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be doing we're going to be doing an online service like this, a vlog, kids vlog, every week that there's church online and there's no like actual physical meeting of church.
Yeah.
So every week, every Sunday morning, I think at 9 a.m. we will be on Facebook and YouTube on the Horizon Church pages.
Yeah.
You'll get to come watch us. I think it might be us every week. I'm not sure. We don't know. This is the first one.
Yeah.
We're going to see how it goes. Yeah.
But regardless, if we don't have church on site, on campus, then we will have it online, so you can tune in and get involved. I don't know, if you're able to like comment or whatever, if you're on your parents' Facebook account, just like comment to be like, hey, this is not my mom, this is me, and let us know and give us a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we want to still let you guys have church, and we still want to have church because obviously we're gonna miss you guys, gonna miss seeing you on a Sunday, but
we will miss you guys.
At least we can be connected through
this
technology. So be tuning in. The other thing that you can do to keep involved and stay in the know and just have some fun over spring break and while we don't have church on campus is this website. Okay, ready? There is a website, and it's called Studio. He's writing it. Get it? Studio252.tv. Okay, so Studio252.tv. If you go there, it's got some really fun options and things for you to check out and explore. It's got the videos from that we show on Sundays, so really fun.
Indeed.
He's got the So-and-So Show. I know you guys love the So-and-So Show. So you can check that out and watch and catch up with the Bible stories that we're learning about, and it's got lots of different information on that. It's got some songs that you can listen to, and then it has all these really fun ideas for games and activities that you can play at home and do with your family and with your siblings or your friends. So really fun. If you're feeling bored and you want a little bit more church, just check out that website, and it's studio252.tv.
We should make that into a jingle.
Sure.
Go.
Well, you're the one who suggested it. You make it.
Studio252.tv.
Love it.
Okay, there
it's
you
a
go.
hit.
It's good.
Absolute hit.
Yeah. Okay. Sing it back to me. Can I hear you?
Studio252.tv.
Nice.
I don't know. Awesome. Good job.
It was
I heard
good.
you guys singing, and it sounded beautiful. Thank you for participating. All right. What else did we want to tell them?
We also wanted to tell you guys we have 2 new songs at the moment, which we've been doing in Horizon Kids. The first we just started doing is
last week.
Sea of Victory. And you can look this up on YouTube or wherever you listen to music. It's just called Sea of Victory, and it's by Elevation Worship. And it's so good. It's such a good declarative one, reminding us that Jesus has won the victory for us, and that he goes before us. And it's awesome. It's a good one to be singing.
It's great. So we've started doing that in Horizon Kids.
And very soon.
And now we're going to be introducing another new song that I'm very excited about. And it is a new one by our friends at Hillsong Young and Free. And it's called Best Friends. Because who doesn't love their best friends, right? I love my best friends. You're one of my best friends.
Aww.
You guys are one of my best friends. It's a great song, and it's super fun, great vibes. I'm excited to do that in Kids and just dance party it up with all of you guys.
Yep.
But check it out on YouTube so that you know it when we start singing it at church.
Best Friends, Hillsong Young and Free.
Hillsong Young and Free. Maybe we'll put like a link in down there. Can we do that? Can we like link something?
I mean, everything's possible.
Everything's possible. Absolutely. So
yeah,
we'll try and put like a link just down there for you guys to check it out. It's a great song. I'm excited about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Carly?
Well, you know what I think we should do right now?
What's that?
I think we should check out the video for this week. Jacob, do you remember what it is we've been talking about all month long?
We have been talking about DIY.
DIY. Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Yes.
Right? Forgiveness is up to you, and forgiveness is deciding that someone who has wronged you doesn't have to pay.
It's good.
It's
such
good.
a good.
It's
such
so
a good bottom
good.
line.
Bible talks about it so much, and it's really helpful, and it's really hard to forgive, and we get that, and Jesus understands that too. That's why he talks about it. So let's check out the Bible story this week and see what else we're going to talk about with forgiveness.
Awesome.
Hey peeps! I'm Erica, and I'm happy to welcome you to my home sweet home fixer-upper! Today, we're talking about 2 things. Number 1, forgiveness. Forgiveness is deciding that someone who has wronged you doesn't have to pay. And number 2, paint! As you can see on my ceiling, there are marks from previous residents that could definitely use some cover-up. How did they get that up there? Anyway, guess they're working on their kickboxing. Hi-ya! My landlord, Miss Watson, hired someone to paint the place. He was supposed to be here last Wednesday, and then last Friday, and then yesterday. 3 no-shows. Now I could get really mad at that unreliable painter guy, or I could do the painting myself. So, first step, painter's tape, painter's tape, painter's tape, painter's tape. Applying painter's tape is important because it helps keep the paint off the places you don't want painted. Don't worry, it's quick and paintless. Paintless. Let's do it. All right, why do they make these things so... Okay. Oh, it's a close one. Wait, oh no! Ah! This would have never happened if that painter showed up like he was... Ow, it's supposed to. But I guess I'll forgive him. As long as he apologizes first. And as long as he paints my apartment free of charge. And pays for my doctor's visit. It's up to him to make it right. Or, as you'll see in today's story, it could be that the first step in forgiveness is up to me. I think I'm gonna need a do-it-yourself sling for my arm. First step, painter's tape. Bye.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. And now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 23 and 24.
Archie and Ronnie had been best friends since grade school. Archie could capture anything with a camera.
See, I snapped this right when the storm was coming in.
The light is incredible. Ronnie, on the other hand, was amazing with the soccer ball.
Goal!
How do you do that? Like 10 people were trying to take the ball away.
But one thing they both loved was being outside. Ronnie was super excited when she got hired for a summer job at nearby Camp Highland.
They invite all these kids who've been through really hard things to come stay for a week, and I'll get to teach them soccer and lead hikes and stuff.
Wow, that's really cool.
And the director said they needed a promo video to help people find out about the camp. They need people to donate money so kids can come for free. I said you could probably film the video.
Yeah, I bet I could do that.
They'd even pay you.
Really?
Archie had made plenty of videos, but he'd never gotten paid to do it. So he decided to send the video he made of his sister's graduation straight to the camp director.
He loved it. I got the job.
When are you shooting the video?
This weekend. It'll be outside so we can use natural lighting, but I'll need someone to run sound.
I could do that.
You?
Just flip a switch and hold a mic, right?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
The day of the shoot dawned bright and clear. Archie and Ronnie drove to Camp Highland in Archie's rattle-trap Honda.
Sorry, it's older than I am.
At the camp, they set up at the outdoor amphitheater in the forest. Wooden benches fanned out from the campfire circle.
This is great. We'll get the director.
Mr. Standish?
Right, Mr. Standish. He can stand over here for the interview.
What about all the kids?
Kids?
Camp Highland is all about the kids. I asked Mr. Standish if a bunch of kids from last summer could come be in the video.
What? No. No way. It's super hard to work with kids. They don't stand still or follow directions or...
There they are!
A horse? Why is there a horse?
Horseback riding is the coolest thing here.
I cannot believe you.
But you want it to be good.
Yeah, and the first rule of good film is never work with kids or animals.
Oh, come on. It's not like you're making Spider-Man here.
You don't know anything about film.
Archie was so annoyed that he snapped at Ronnie all day.
Get the boom mic out of the shot.
And she snapped right back.
Hello, can't you see the horse needs a break?
By the time the shoot wrapped at sunset, Archie and Ronnie were barely speaking to each other. They drove home in strange silence. Archie was sure that Ronnie would apologize when he dropped her off, but she didn't.
It's all her fault. She started it. She made everything way harder.
But while Archie was editing the footage, he had to admit that Ronnie's ideas had made the video a lot better.
Camp Highland really is a pretty awesome place for kids who need help.
Archie was so thrilled with how the final video turned out that for a moment, he forgot that he was mad at Ronnie.
I can't wait to show this to her, but she still hasn't said she's sorry.
Instead, Archie sent the video to Mr. Standish, who replied with a voice text.
Great work! You really captured the heart of this place. I just sent your payment.
Archie grinned. He'd been wanting to install a stereo in his car, and the payment would just cover it. But as he took a final look at the video...
Camp Highland is so awesome. I could use some of this money to help a kid who can't afford it go to camp. I'll send part of the payment back as a gift.
Archie tapped his phone ready to send money straight back to Camp Highland, but a reminder popped up. It was a verse that he taught last week to a small group of second grade boys that he led at church.
Suppose you are offering your gift, and you remember that your brother or sister has something against you. First, go and make peace with them, then come back and offer your gift.
Archie sighed. It didn't matter how much he gave if he held on to anger in his heart.
Ronnie was just trying to help.
Taking a deep breath, Archie dialed.
Hey,
I'm really sorry I got mad at you.
it really hurt.
I know. I was wrong to snap at you like that.
It wasn't an easy conversation, but when he finally hung up the phone, he was relieved to know that he had his friend back. It was as if a big weight had lifted off of his chest. As he waited for Ronnie to come over to take a look at the video, Archie clicked over to his payment app.
Here goes.
It felt good now to send his gift to help kids at Camp Highland, knowing he chose to make peace first.
Painter's tape can solve so many problems, people. Forgiveness can too. In fact, Jesus said you should make things right with other people before you make things right with God. Let me explain. When people turned away from God in the beginning, their relationship with Him was broken. The only way they could make things right with God was to sacrifice animals at the temple. All that changed when God sent Jesus. Jesus sacrificed His own life to make things right with God for us. We didn't have to earn it, we didn't have to pay for it. Jesus took the first step. That's what we need to do when someone has done or said something that hurts us or makes us mad. We need to take the first step to forgive. And quickly, because the longer you wait, the harder it gets to make things right. So here's the one thing to remember today. Take the first step to forgive others. Sometimes forgiveness is quick and painless. Sometimes you're going to need to ask God to help you forgive. But no matter what, it's up to you to choose to forgive the other person and wipe the slate clean. That was way easier than painting. This is fun. Until next time.
Awesome. That was a great story. And so, like the video just said, today we're talking about how forgiveness is up to you. And our bottom line today is that you need to take the first step to forgive others.
It's good.
So in the last couple weeks, we've been talking, I don't know if you remember this, Jacob, but we've been talking about forgiveness like a big, heavy backpack, right? So you're walking around with this big, super heavy backpack because you're holding on to unforgiveness.
Yep, I remember some good examples we saw of how that affects you. Yeah.
And as some of our friends who are hopefully watching demonstrated for us that you can do most of the normal things in life when you're wearing a super heavy backpack, but it kind of like...
It changes how you do them.
It makes it all harder. It makes
really
like
hard.
You just always got this weight and it's holding you back, right? And so once you take that heavy backpack off, once you take off that weight of unforgiveness, suddenly like you can run and be free and it's so much easier, right? So today we want to talk about asking for forgiveness. That's a hard one. That can be a really hard one. So we've been talking about forgiving others, but what about when we need to ask for forgiveness?
It's true.
That's a really hard one. So how many of you out there can think of a time when you have hurt someone close to you or someone maybe you don't know very well, but you've hurt them and maybe it wasn't on purpose. Maybe it was on purpose. I don't know, but sometimes it's just an accident. You don't really mean to hurt that person, but you do things without thinking and you realize that they were hurt by that and you feel like maybe you should say sorry. But you don't want to, right? I think we've all been there.
We've all been there.
Have you been there?
Yep.
I've been there. But that's happened to all of us. And when we hurt someone, the last thing we want to do is ask for forgiveness. Oh, how hard is it to say sorry?
Oh.
Right?
Right.
Oh, and our parents always make us do it. But it's for good reason, because the Bible actually says that too. But I mean, what we really want to be doing in those moments when we know that we hurt someone and we have to make it right, what we really want is to just ignore it and pretend like nothing even happened.
Just for it all to go away.
And for it to just disappear and hope for the best. But reality is that the best in those situations rarely ever happens, right? Because usually when we hurt people and we're scared to apologize and we don't want to go make it right and ask for forgiveness, that's usually done to the people that we're closest to, which is crazy. Why is it? Why do we always seem to hurt the people that we're closest to? Well, I think it's because, you know, we kind of let our guard down with those people. So like our best friends and our family and our siblings, right? Yeah. We kind of let our guard down, and sometimes we accidentally let things slip out of our mouths or in our words or actions, and we do things that we don't actually mean to do. We weren't really thinking it through, right? So we're going to talk about that, because I think we've all been there. I think it's safe to say we can all think of a time when we've...
Really good thing to talk about.
Yeah, when we've hurt someone close to us and we felt really bad about it and just didn't know what to do. So let's think of some examples. So to start with, we can look at that story in the video that we just watched, right? So what happened there? Do you remember? So there was a friend who, you know, they were best friends, and then the one friend, he got angry. Yeah. And he said things that he didn't mean to say, and then, you know, suddenly their friendship wasn't so good anymore. Yeah. And it was kind of weird to be around each other because he had gotten angry. So sometimes when we're upset with the person, with a friend or something, we get angry and we say things that we regret.
Maybe I should find something for that.
How about...
One more.
Sorry, we'll get there.
We're gonna do this.
There we go. There we go. So we got angry at our friend. We shouldn't have, but we did. That's what happened in that story, right? So imagine you're that person. I'm sure we've all been there. So we're going to take a look at what the Bible says. That's super helpful.
Always helpful.
Yeah, why don't we check in there?
That's a good place.
That's going to have some really good wisdom. And as we say every week in Horizon Kids, when we have those big questions in life, the Bible is the best place.
It is.
Best place.
And if you lose your spot in life ever, it's such a good spot to go.
Yeah, totally. Just like I did.
Just like that.
Then. So, the Bible has all the answers. When in doubt, check with the Bible.
Yep.
So we're going to look at a verse in the book of Matthew. And at this point the Bible, it's a great book. This is when Jesus is alive and he's going around and he's talking. And as we've seen in a lot of our stories in Horizon Kids that we look at in the Bible, when Jesus is around and he's talking, he tends to attract a pretty big crowd, right?
Yes. Yep.
So this is one of those times when Jesus has attracted a big crowd, everyone's standing around and asking him a lot of questions. And he's talking to them and giving some amazing words of wisdom. So if you've got a Bible, you can grab that and flip it open to the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 23. So grab your Bible, Matthew chapter 5, verse 23, and it says, this is Jesus talking, he says, "Suppose you are offering your gift at the altar, and you remember that your brother or sister has something against you. Leave your gift in front of the altar. First go and make peace with them. Then come back and offer your gift." Interesting words.
Interesting.
So, obviously, that bit of advice that Jesus is giving, it's a little bit, you know, like what it means can be a bit confusing, right? What's he talking about? The altar and stuff like that. So that's something they did way, way back when, in Jesus' time, was at church, people would bring an offering, kind of like how we give offering, we give money, right? They would bring different types of offering, but in this case, let's say it was money. So they bring offering up to the altar and give it to God, and offer it to him. But Jesus is actually saying, if you're doing that and you have something in your heart that is like unforgiveness or you and a friend, or Jesus' brother or sister, but he just means like any friend, right? If there's something going on, if there's like a rift, or you guys are upset with each other, there's some tension, Jesus actually says, leave your gift that you're giving to God, leave it there, and go settle that. Go settle that tension, go make it right, and then come back and you can give your offering, and you can do that in peace, right?
That's
so
good.
Super helpful. But since we don't offer gifts like that to God in an altar in the same way that they did then, Jesus is still clearly stating that it's so important that we need to let go of anger. We need to make peace with others. But let's see, what could that look like today? So imagine, let's
think of some examples.
Yeah, let's have an imaginary story right now. So your older brother got a Nintendo Switch for Christmas, okay? Imagine with me. He got a brand new Nintendo Switch and he was so excited about it. Like, he'd been asking for it for months and months, and he got it. He's really excited, and you waited a few weeks because you really wanted to play it, but it was his, right? It was his Nintendo. You waited a bit, and once you thought maybe the novelty wore off a bit, you asked, "Hey, can I borrow the Switch and play a little bit of Mario Kart on it? Just really want to try that out." And reluctantly, he doesn't really want to, but he says, "Yeah, okay, fine. You can borrow it and use it, but be very careful," right? Anyone have an older sibling do that to you? Be very careful. Don't break my stuff.
Did you have that, Carly?
I did. I had that times 2. All my little siblings, you guys get it. Don't worry. Sometimes we deserve it. I understand that. But, so in this scenario, right? He's like, "Okay, fine, you can borrow my Switch, you can play on it for like 5 minutes." And you do, and you're playing Mario Kart, and like, I don't know, who's your go-to character in Mario Kart?
Oh, like Ghost Man. I don't know what he's called.
Ghost.
Man. Is he just called Ghost?
Boo? It's
Boo. That's
yeah.
Boo. I play as him, I don't know what his name is.
So you're
it's Boo. I'm playing as Boo.
And you're in like the super car that goes super fast, and you're like getting super into it, and you're almost in the lead. You're like in second, but you're tailing first, right?
I'm there.
You're so excited, and it's nearly the finish line, and you're like, go, go, go. And what happens? Someone gets you with a blue shell. No! What do? And in the heat of the moment, in your passion and excitement for the game and competitiveness, the whole game console slips out of your hand and goes flying over and hits the ground. What happens? What usually happens when that
Oh, well, they don't do so good. They don't
Nope.
like being thrown.
I've got some cracks on my screen on my phone from similar events.
Yeah, too much Mario Kart on your phone.
Too much Mario Kart. It happens, right? So you've cracked the screen on your older brother's brand new Nintendo Switch that he didn't really want to lend to you, but you begged and begged, and now it's broken. What are you gonna do in that situation? Are you gonna bring it to him and say, "Hey bro, messed up"? No, because that would be really hard to do, right? He's gonna get so mad. There's no way I can tell him. Maybe I can just slip it back in its case and pretend like nothing ever happened. I have no idea, and he'll find out when he gets it out of there, right? That's probably what our go-to response would want to be. So we've got this now between us and our big brother. Maybe if you switch these two boxes.
That's right.
Okay. So now we've got that between our brother, and then remember this story where we got angry at our closest friend. So what else? We've all got those kind of stories in our lives, right?
Yeah.
That happened to us.
Like for me, one time, Carly, I was in geography. I had a geography class as a kid, and we were doing this big group project, and I didn't pick my friends, and they were kind of hurt by that. But I was trying to pick the smart people to go with, And so I was trying to pick them, and I didn't pick my friends, and it hurt them because we did everything together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, like, what happened when was your friend mad for not picking?
Yeah, they were mad, and I didn't deal with it very well. I left it. It was going to be school break soon, so I left it until then, and left it until they got back.
Yeah. So then you kind of had that hanging over you, right? In your friendship with them, and suddenly it was this thing that was just standing there in between the two of you and your friends, this group project that you kind of abandoned them on. Well, you know, I have a story like that too. You know, when I was younger, I loved wearing my sister's clothes, my big sister's clothes. They always were like so much cooler than my clothes. But she didn't really like when I would wear them. And so she always told me not to go into her closet and stuff. But sometimes she went to school earlier than me, so I'd sneak into her room and I'd grab her t-shirt or something and I'd wear it.
Golly.
Super exciting. One time, I got away with it a few times. But one time I did, and I didn't tell her, and I was wearing her t-shirt and I got a big stain on it. Like at lunch, at school, I spilled something. I got a big stain on her t-shirt, and I was so embarrassed, and I was like, oh no, she's gonna kill me. So I just didn't tell her, and I just kind of, you know, made it seem like maybe that stain was always there. But then I was always awkward around her, right? Like I was always kind of nervous. Oh, was she gonna know? And all that stuff.
Kind of felt like she might have known.
Yeah. So, what else? Do you have another story, Jake?
Yeah, I have another one. So I remember when me and my brother were teenagers, we had a PlayStation, and we'd often spend the evenings playing on it. And I remember, especially when my brother was younger, he would be like, "Oh, can I play in half an hour? Can I come on?" And half an hour would come and go, and I'd be like, "Oh no, that was only 5 minutes," and so I'd send him away, and I'd keep doing that, and in the end, he got really mad, and it wasn't very good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made the relationship worse.
Yeah, and that kind of just stayed there between the two of you.
Yeah.
So basically what's happening is we do these things with the people that we're close to, and suddenly we're starting to build this wall, right? And now you can barely see us over this wall that we've built up, because the more that you hold on to those things and the more that you resist making things right and apologizing and asking for forgiveness, then you just keep building up this wall in front of you, and then that starts to separate you from the people you're closest to.
Yeah.
Right? So let's do one final example. You've got, you're in gym class, and now I'm not particularly athletic, but let's say somehow I was chosen to be like the team captain, and we're choosing
the basketball team.
We're choosing teams, right, between the class. And me and my friends none of us are very athletic, okay? But we want to win this game, so we're picking teams, and let's say we were all picking the teams, and I had to choose between my best friend and the most athletic kid in the class. And let's say I chose the athletic kid over my best friend, right? They're gonna be so upset. And if I don't apologize for that, they're gonna feel so hurt and abandoned by me, and I kind of betrayed them, right? So now we've built up this whole wall of these hurt feelings that we've caused, and we haven't asked for forgiveness. And now we can't even see you over there, right? Because this barrier, this wall we built, is in the way of our relationships. And the only way that we can make things right is by doing the hard work.
Yeah.
Right? It's hard.
Yeah.
Like if we knock this wall down, it's gonna make a mess. And sometimes you gotta get a little bit messy in order to make things right and find peace. So this is what Jesus was saying. Let's remember what he said in Matthew chapter 5, verse 23. Let's read it again. It says, suppose you are offering your gift at the altar and you remember that your brother or sister has something against you. So you remember that you have all these things that you've built up, this wall in front of you, and that's actually stopping you from meeting with Jesus.
Yeah.
Because you've got that on your mind and it's in your way of everything, kind of like the backpack, holding on to that heavy backpack, but this time it's a wall in front of you. And it's just there. It's always there blocking you from getting closer in relationship with God and with others. And so then Jesus says, remember that your brother or sister has something against you. So what does he say to do? He says, leave what you were going to give God, leave that at the altar, and go and make things right. All right, so we've got to take the wall down. We've got to do the hard work. So what does that look like? Asking for forgiveness looks like going to your brother and saying, hey, bro, I'm really sorry. You know what? Let's play some video games together. We can be on a team and I can show you how to play.
Yep.
And, admit your mistakes and say you're sorry and ask for forgiveness. And then I can go to my friend and say, I'm so sorry I picked you last. That was selfish of me.
Yeah.
And I admit my mistake and I'm really sorry and I hope we can still be friends and next time I promise I'll totally pick you. What else?
And I can go to the friend who I ignored in the group project,
Mm-hmm.
and I can say I'm sorry and say I'll be different next time.
Mm-hmm. And I can show my sister the t-shirt and say, hey, look, big sis, I did this and I know you told me not to and I know you didn't want me to wear your clothes and I guess I can see why, because something like this might happen and I'm so sorry. Let me buy you a new t-shirt and I promise I won't wear your clothes unless I ask you ever again.
And with the broken switch, we can go to siblings and go ask them for forgiveness and see if we can get it repaired, or we can take those extra steps as well to make the situation better.
Mm-hmm. And just like we saw in the video earlier, when the friend in the video got angry at his best friend, and he can own up and apologize and say, you know what, I overreacted, I shouldn't have said those things, I'm sorry, still love you.
Yeah.
And then the friendship is restored, right? And suddenly that whole wall that you built up, it's gone now because you did the hard work. You went and you took that wall down by owning up to your mistakes and admitting that there was something that you needed to ask for forgiveness for. There was something in between you and you wanted to get rid of it. And that's what Jesus says. He says, once you've done that, then you can approach the altar. You can come to him and worship him freely without anything in your way. There's no walls, there's no heavy backpacks. You're free to worship. And that's not because Jesus is saying that you have to. He's not saying like you can't access me unless you do this, this, and this. That's not what Jesus says, right? Like we can all access Jesus. It's actually for our own benefit.
Yeah.
Because that wall that was here, that doesn't affect Jesus seeing us. He already sees us past the wall.
Yeah.
But it helps us. We're the ones who are stuck behind the wall. And so Jesus is saying these words in Matthew chapter 5 for our own benefit. He's not just giving us annoying rules that we have to follow. He's actually helping us through life. He's helping us to live.
That's good, Carl.
To live a life that he wants for us, right? And
the best life.
Exactly. And in John chapter 10, verse 10, he says that he's come to give us life to the full. So he doesn't just want us to live with a big heavy backpack on. He doesn't just want us to live with a big wall in front of us. He wants us to live freely and to have the best, fullest life that we can possibly have in Him. So
good.
asking for forgiveness, it lifts a huge weight off of your shoulders, and it allows you to fully experience God's presence and live life to the full.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
So good.
So good.
Such a good message, Carly.
So we're gonna give you guys some things that you can talk about a little bit more. I'm gonna pray first about that, and I'm gonna pray for you guys. And hey, if you've got something that you'd like prayer for, why don't you get your parents to email us, or you can message the Horizon Church Facebook group or something like that. Let us know and we'll be praying for you. We'd love to do that. But I'm going to pray about this message right now. So Jesus, we just thank you so much for the ability to have church online. Even if we're not in the room together, we know that you're still with each and every one of us, Jesus. And we thank you for your word and the wisdom that you share with us each and every day. And we just ask that you would help us in the journey of forgiveness, and as we navigate that and try and break down those walls between us and the people we're close to, and help us to not live with unforgiveness and not live with grudges, and to live freely and knowing that we are forgiven so we can forgive as well. And we love you, Jesus. It's in your name. Everybody said together,
Amen.
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 I hope you guys said that. Awesome. So our bottom line, just to remind you today, is take the first step to forgive others. We'll put that screen up. Can we do that?
Take the first step to forgive others.
Yeah.
Say it again, Carly.
Take the first step to forgive others.
Awesome.
That's our bottom line for this week. And like I said, you can check out studio252.tv.
You didn't sing it.
Studio 252. No, I don't remember it.
Studio252.tv.
There we go.
Maybe. I don't know. I think that was different.
I probably was.
I can't remember the original one.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
it wasn't very catchy.
Maybe we'll make it. We'll
If
try.
you have a catchy one,
Yeah.
email it to Carly
at horizonchurch.ca.
Yeah,
That's right.
send it.
Yeah, let us know. Come up with something. Maybe, Jacob, bring your guitar next time. We can make a real
Whoa.
jingle out of it.
That would be fun.
Let's do it.
We'll do that.
Awesome. So, normally on a Sunday, we would now go into small groups and have some discussion time. We still want you guys to do that because discussion is such an important part of what we do on a Sunday. We get to talk about, the big life lessons and the bottom lines that we're talking about. We get to discuss the real life things that we are working through together.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is I'm going to tell you guys some of the questions that you can discuss. And I want to challenge you at dinner tonight. When you and your family are sitting around the dinner table, why don't you bring up one or two of these questions with your parents and your siblings, whoever else might be there, and have a discussion about forgiveness.
It'd be great.
So what are some of the questions that we can
So
talk
questions
to?
we have 4 questions. We have, when is it hard to forgive someone?
When is it hard to forgive someone?
That's a
Let's
good
think
one.
of those times when you really didn't want to ask for forgiveness.
Yeah. And what can keep us from forgiving someone?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Can't wait.
What are some things that people do when they hold a grudge? So if you're upset with someone, what are some things that you do in that way,
Yeah.
right? What are some examples? Do you pretend not to hear them? Do you give them the silent treatment? What kind of things do you do when you hold a grudge?
What have you learned that can help you take the first step to forgive?
What can help you take the first step?
That's a good one. Good to realize that sort of thing.
And last question, how can knowing that we are all created in God's image help you to forgive others? That's a great question.
Great question.
That's awesome. So I want to encourage and challenge you guys to take those questions and talk about them at dinner tonight.
And we will have them below.
Yes.
They're in the description, so you can see them there as well.
Some great questions to talk about.
Awesome. Well, I think we just have one more thing, Carly.
One last thing.
Which is?
The So-and-So Show! Very
So,
fun.
We're going to watch So-and-So Show now, and then we'll see you guys after.
Yeah.
What are you doing, John?
Ugh. Don't touch anything!
Too late.
Ah, I got you red-handed.
Yeah. So what's going on?
Oh, I just thought the basement needed a little sprucing up, so I put a little fresh coat of paint on it. Oh, here.
Thank you. Awesome. Can I see?
Sure. Huh?
Ah. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
So why paint everything if it's just gonna look exactly the same?
Ah. I didn't want to dust.
All right. Well. Anyway, we should get this cleaned up. We got a show to do.
Wait, I wouldn't sit.
John?
Yeah?
Did you paint everything in the room? John? John? John!
Ugh.
Hey everybody, I'm Steven.
That low down, no good, hairy face.
And this is John.
That
And you're
fleet-
watching the So-and-So
Footed,
Show.
snappy, dressing, teeth, flossing.
Problem, John?
No, it's nothing. Just go on with the show.
Are you sure?
Yeah, this can wait.
Okay. So, have I got a surprise for you?
Do you know what my close personal friend and longtime rival, Longbeard Carl, did to me? Do you know what he did? That
No.
cheese-eating, shoe-wearing...
What did he do?
I don't even want to say.
Okay. So, you may have wondered exactly
I posted a hilarious picture on Longbeard Carl's SnapTwit profile, and he didn't even like it.
Oh. You mean he didn't...
No, he didn't even... Or he didn't even... Or he didn't even... Not even a lousy LOL.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe he didn't see the picture yet.
Oh, I posted it 4 minutes ago.
Oh.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give Longbeard Carl a piece of my mind. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him exactly how I feel.
You know, communication is very important.
In a text message.
Okay.
Dear Longbeard Carl, you've got a lot of nerve.
You know what? Maybe a phone call would be faster.
Your quote friend, comma, unquote, John.
Done?
Yeah.
Hope that helps.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh. Oh no, you didn't!
What?
Look,
I have no idea what that means.
what, isn't it obvious? Longbeard Carl doesn't say much, but when he does, oh boy, look out! Boom! He's saying, I'm surprised at what a chicken you are. John, you're cheesy. You got served.
That is a penguin.
You know what? I'm done. It's over. Let's just move on.
Come on, you can't leave it like that.
Oh, I'm leaving it.
That's probably broken.
Let's do this. Hey, I'm John.
I did that part a long time ago.
Oh, that's great. Hey,
Yeah.
why is the desk covered with a tablecloth?
Oh, right. That's what I wanted to show you. Our desk has been through a lot, right?
Definitely. Here we go.
Stop! 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, as a surprise to you and the show and our viewers, I took the liberty of giving our desk a little restoration. Now it's as good as new.
Wow!
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like the same desk.
I know.
Is it the same desk?
You know, John, restoration takes time. You would not believe the lengths with which I've gone to restore our desk to its original splendor.
No, seriously, is it the same
I
desk?
traveled to the forest, the largest forest in the northwestern hemisphere. I spent days, weeks even, scouring the forest floor for the naturally discarded branches of the bald cypress tree, only selecting the most perfect specimens to fortify the edifice of our most prominent piece of furniture. And then I made my way to the Texarkana wood stain fields where the dark walnut wood stain flows like a river underground. This is the only stain that properly accentuates the essence of the desk. And finally, to the highest peak in Coralville, Iowa, I traipsed, and I called forth the famed lacquer bird, like so. Hip-ya! And he carried me to his nest, where I feasted on berries whilst secretly collecting some of the lacquer for myself. And then, eventually, I escaped from there and restored the desk.
You bought a new desk, didn't you?
Restoring furniture is really hard.
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey, Kellen.
Hey, Kellen.
Hey guys.
Tell us a story that will inspire us and enrich our lives.
Alrighty then. Well, how about a story that'll help you exercise forgiveness?
That's right, Kellen. It's time to Bible size with Maze.
Hello, Horvath.
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 Horvath?
Oh, no, you're Horvath.
Oh!
Okay. All right, well, I'll tell a story, and Horvath here will help us remember it with some exercises.
Bible sizes.
Bible sizes.
Yeah, all
sure.
right. Let's do this.
You bet. All right. So Jesus was sitting on a mountainside teaching a big crowd. Some people call what he was teaching the Sermon on the Mount.
All right. First exercise, the mountain sit. It's like this. You've got to get on the mountains. So you jumps, and then you sits.
Okay.
You do this, you do this.
Okay.
Right, you jump and sit. Okay, we do this 10 times. Okay, ready? 1, 45. So that's the cue. 10. Okay, continue stories.
Right. One of the things Jesus taught was this. He said, suppose you were offering your gift at the altar.
What?
The altar. Well, it was a place where people would go to bring sacrificial gifts to God. It was very important because at that time, it was the only way people had to make peace with God when they messed up. Do you need me to?
Second exercise! The God gift give. First, you lift the gift.
Okay.
Oh, then you give it to God. Oh, goes. Lift. Give 137 times. 1, 2, space. Cool. Small.
It's hard.
Feel the button. 137. All right, keep going.
So Jesus said,
Yeah.
suppose you are offering your gift at the altar and you remember your brother or sister has something against you.
Oh, fifth exercise. The memory smack. To do this, you have to use your brains. And your brains. Think real hard like this. Yeah.
Are you okay?
And then you. Oh, I remembered. You do this.
Oh, okay.
Thinking.
I remembered.
Yeah, you do this exercise 1 time.
Okay.
Finish the story.
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, yes. So you're at the altar and you remember your brother or sister has something against you. Then Jesus said, leave your gift in front of the altar. First, go and make peace with them, then come back and offer your gift.
1 millionth exercise! Run! Run, Kellens! Run! We must make peace with our brothers and sisters as fast as we can.
You see how important forgiveness is to Jesus? He said people should make peace with their brother or sister before they made peace with God at the altar.
Get faster!
Horvath? In our world today, we don't have to bring a sacrifice to an altar to make peace with God. Jesus took care of that part when he gave his life on the cross for us. But forgiving others is still very important. So when you've got a problem with a friend or family member or anyone, try and forgive them quickly. The longer you wait, the harder it will be.
I have made the pieces.
That's great, Horvath. I'm very proud of you. Do you want to go sit down?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Kellen.
Yeah, thanks.
I guess that's it then. Reveal!
Wait. There's something I have to do first. Hold on.
Where are you? He's just leaving.
Oh. Water. Whoa! Look at that bird! I hope it doesn't pick me up! Oh! Put me down! I'm trying to forgive somebody! Oh! Longbeard Carl! No, don't speak. I have something to say. I am mad at you because you didn't respond to the picture I sent to you. And I didn't appreciate the emojis you sent back. Now, maybe you didn't see the picture. Maybe you didn't mean to send those emojis. I don't know. All I do know is this. No matter what the truth really is, I forgive you. Thank you, Longbeard Carl. Thank you.
You're back.
Yes.
All right.
You may continue.
Reveal the question. What is keeping you from forgiving?
Yeah. Is it anger or fear or good old-fashioned pride? You know what? Whatever it is, get rid of it because it feels good to forgive.
True. Restoring a relationship can be hard work, just like it was hard work restoring this desk.
You bought this desk.
Yes, I did, but it would have been really hard if I tried.
Yeah, I want the old desk back.
That's fine. We can restore it together.
Oh, deal!
Indeed!
Yeah!
We'll see you all on the next So-and-So show.
Yes, we will! Pew, pew, pew. Bang, bang, bang!
Fur, 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 fur.
Hurdy, hurdy! That's a surprised emoji, right?
It could be. Or he's just taking a really deep breath really fast.
No.
Possibly.
Maybe he's running out of air. Got the piece of cheese there. He's saying, I'm cheesy, right?
No, I would say that, the mouse gets the cheese, right? So he's thinking that you followed a long path through a maze and eventually remained victorious.
Okay.
Wow,
Right.
that was great.
So good. I love it.
We love the So-and-So show, guys.
It's hilarious.
They are very fun.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and having church with us through your computer or iPad or phone screen, whatever that may be. We're just glad that you're able to watch it.
We're glad. It was great you could join us.
Yeah, let us
was
know
so
what
fun.
you think. in the comments or whatever. We'd love to hear from you. If you have ideas of what could be really fun, let us know. And we hope to see you soon.
Yes. Have a great week.
See ya.
Bye.